This is your daily market review for Wednesday, October 2nd, 2024. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent. This is your daily market review, Wednesday, October 2nd, 2024. Almost a month away from another election. How time flies. Yes, going into the rest of the week, please be careful. As we talked about in the Discord room, probably going to be a choppy, sloppy, maybe even up day. Markets literally closing as we speak. IWM down, the whole market kind of flat. Not surprised after what happened. We talked about last week seemed so ominous, so many weird things going on. The internals didn't make sense. Not surprised that we got some down move. However, I don't think it's the end of the move. I think it's actually the beginning. Now, again, we talk about in downtrends, uptrends. You can't expect the same direction every day, all day for 6.5 hours. That's silly. So, knowing what we know, be careful out there. Again, manage your positions, trade around them. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Let us know how we can help. Get involved in the Discord room. Leave a comment. If you join the Discord room, leave a comment. Ask for help. A lot of people join and then they don't say anything, and then it gets kind of auto boots them out. So again, if you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Looking to buy, sell, invest in real estate. Oh my God, this might be one of the best buying, selling opportunities of our lifetime coming up. If interest rates do what I think they could do, and if they don't, and inflation kicks in, you can't really lose. Trying to tell people that you got to be careful. Again, if you've been waiting on the sideline, you are negotiating potentially by yourself. If you're looking to buy, and if you're looking to sell, if you have a great marketing plan, there are people waiting to buy. There are people sitting on the sidelines. Again, if you're looking to buy and you want help, again, like my lenders right now is offering a free refinance within the first year. I'm telling you, it's a huge deal. It's a big deal. So if you do lock in and the rates go lower, you're good. And if they don't, and they go to 17% or some crazy stuff like the 70s, you're not feeling so bad. So again, hit me up. Let me know how I can help. Follow, like, subscribe. Again, dig in deep. We're going to go deep into this video. Hit the notification bell on whatever platform you're listening on. Check out the educational videos. Please check out the website, tradingagent.com. Turn profit into properties and passive income. Keep it simple, right? Reading list, recommending list. If you need a chat, here you go. Schedule a 30-minute Zoom link. It's literally in the description below. You want to chat with me directly? Ding, hit it. Let's go. All right. We passed everything now. Let's do it. Let me refresh this because, again, the odds of a rate cut after yesterday. Sorry, I didn't do a video yesterday. Just, man, I'm working with some sellers. And again, man, we're going to get them some good deals. And I know people are like, sellers getting them? Yeah, doing the work. I'm telling you, there is potentialities out there. If you're looking to sell, again, it's a little bit of an auction style. But if you bring a good property and you do the work up front, man, it's not rocket science. Again, there's still always people looking to sell. Don't let some Bobo realtor tell you something wrong, something not true. All right. Looks like a 50 basis point cut is in the cards potentially. We'll see. Bitcoin, digital gold, not acting like digital gold now. Again, we'll see what happens here. Again, long term, I've said this. I don't own crypto, not a crypto person. I'm a trader. I do own gold and silver for the long run. Always have, always will. Love real tangible assets. Again, I understand how this stuff works, but I'm just, again, I don't know how useful it can be if electricity, the grid goes out, things struggle. Who knows? Again, long-term gold's worked for 5,000 years. I'm riding the long-term bullish trend on that. Bitcoin, I hope it does well. Again, for the people who own it. Watching the back test and trend line, be careful. Again, it seems like liquidity. And this is what I've said on multiple occasions. When the tide goes out, they throw everything away. The baby goes out with the bathwater. I've talked about that over and over and over and over again. Please, no one's immune, potentially. Oil, again, popping up on geopolitical risk. That cannot help the Feds here thinking about a 50 basis point cut. Natural gas, holding up pretty darn well. As we've talked about in general, I mean, I am long-term bullish natural gas, but I want lower prices to kind of get into the trade. Not kind of, but to get into the trade. Keep it simple, stupid. Sorry, I was looking at plantar fasciitis. Sorry, UUP dollar. Yeah, geopolitical risk. Here you go. Where are they going? Dollar. This is what the Feds want. But this is the thing the Feds also want too, is they want people to buy bonds. How do you do that? How can you bet on lower inflation if you've got the port strikes? You got to rebuild parts of the East Coast, right? You got endless spending for Ukraine. You got, I mean, you go into the endless. It's like, I think rates should go lower, but you're going to need really some massive pain. And that's where I think if I'm the Feds, you've got to somehow create some market pain so people buy bonds. That's just my idea. Again, we talked about it's not going to go down in a straight line, but I'd be watching the mid 95s. VIX, love it. Love the action today. I don't want to see the VIX like this. These multi-day moves. I want the big downtrend, and it's going to be up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down, and the VIX will reload, and here you go. I mean, this is what I'm talking about, right? This kind of action. We're not even close to some of this bottoming trend. Think about like COVID, right? Like it's going to be, it can spike, but keep in mind, like the bigger the spikes, the more you got to trade quickly, right? Like that thing from the Japan yen stuff, like that was like a blip in the radar. VIX, sorry, VIXN. I mean, no, I'm watching it, but VIX to me is way more important. Talking about it waking up. I don't mind a little inside action. SPY guy, nothing today, right? Makes a lower low, chops. Again, what did we say? Has to hold these levels. I apologize again. I didn't do the video yesterday. It's so exhausted. And we held Q. We talked about it. Filling the gap, heading down, has to hold the 480s. It's trying. IWM hits the range highs. Fail. Holding the 20-day, 50-day, I don't know. We'll see. It doesn't look good. Juniors, small caps, whatever you want to call them, always lead. DIA holding up. Keep an eye on it. Gold. Again, I am on record. I like physical. Paper is going to be hard. You're probably going to, and I've said this, if you disappear and you come back in a year from now and you sleep like Rip Van Winkle, you're probably going to be at higher prices. Near term, it's going to be hard. Like silver, this is crazy. I mean, man, it kind of looks like a funky cup and handle chopping around. GDX, the miners, again, they can get swamped when the market gets slapped around. Keep an eye on it. Again, they're holding up, right? I just don't trust them. People go, when you have experience, again, if you get burned, right? If you get burned, do you get back in the fire? No, you should not. Does this make sense? Doesn't have to be that hard. That's where it comes from. That's all it comes from. Okay? So do me a favor. Ten cuidado. Be careful. And if it works and it goes higher, straight line, congrats. You were the shiznit and you win. Cool. I'll be looking for dips later. AEM, we like this one long term. AG, again, is the silver, one of the bigger silver miners. Keep an eye on it. Newmont, chopping around. Chop it, Joe. Chop it, Joe. It's back at some very important areas here. It's been the range lows. Keep an eye on it. Good old pass. Pass the grass. Again, I like these companies, but I struggle with them. When you struggle with something, do you go deeper into it or you give it space? Give it space. Taiwan Semi, we talked about being like unreal. Look at this novice gap at the highs. Right? Like this, it loves to do this. Novice gap. Novice gap. Novice gap. All right. Now holding the 170 area, in my opinion, I think these things all get throttled. Micron, we talked about it, was due for an up move. We talked about when it hit the 100-day. I mean, they can't sell. I mean, we warned people, like the quarter was not good. The guidance, again, I don't believe it for a freaking minute. Neither does the street. Now, again, could it chop around a little bit? Yeah, but it just went from 114 down to 99, 15% in freaking 5 days. AMD talked about the novice gap potential traps up here. And hitting trend lines. Right? NVIDIA, I mean, I said watch the 115s. I keep saying it over and over and over and over again. Sound like a broken record. If we break it, you can see this thing in the freaking adios, amigos, which I think it will in the long term. SMCI, again, where'd my box go in this? I like this company if the guidance is real. Again, being investigated by the DOJ, never something I really want to bank on being a good thing. But again, I think if you get back into these levels, and I'm not surprised it bounced. We've talked about that. Cool. I mean, I would love to see this. And this is my favorite formation for bottoming. Big gap down, right? Clearly, someone had to absorb that. Another retest, and then one little trap. Again, because again, it's really tough to trust the market. So I would be looking for one more trap. Now, if they have DOJ, not DI, what is it, department? No, SEC, whatever, whoever they're getting investigated by, if it comes to be true and they've got problems, they've been lying about numbers and they've got fraud going on, oh, goodbye. That's why it's like, just be patient. Again, trade it if you want. Trade it if you want. Intel, but just holding overnight, a little scary. We talked about this being trash, going to get delisted. People get mad when I say that. I'm like, I can't help what I hear. I think it's going lower. There's a dead cat bounce. Intel, SMH, we talked about watching. I posted this earlier. Watch the 240s. Socks near 20. I'd be watching for a retest tomorrow. ADBE. Gaps down, looks like shiznit. Apple, bull, trap. Look at this retest, right? Like, I thought that was it, but then look, this is what we're talking about. Here's the 1, the 2, and the 3. The 3-step. 1, 2, 3 step, right? Here you go. Like, it's, oh, cool. Oh, look at that, the volume. Oh, let's retest it just to see how dumb people are. And they'll pull the rug. That's my opinion on it. Again, unless the Feds go full liquidity monster, I think tech is going to get wrecked. Amazon, we talked about it filling the gap, heading straight down south. Now it's probably going to consolidate, or this is the consolidation before it goes lower. Meta, there's some folks looking at shorts up here. This thing's been a boss. It's tough. Trade at your own risk. Look at CRM up today. Getting that gap filly. Getting that gap filly. Look at that. Right? Slide in there. Even Pete did. He would be proud of that one. Sliding in with that baby oil. I don't know. I can't remember what there's. Why are they up today? And that doesn't matter. Google, we talked about the mid 160s. Back testing a trend line. This is interesting. I know it's a lot of dirty charts, and people go, "Oh, you should clean up your charts." I'm like, no. You don't know why I drew those? Then that's fine. Hit pause, zoom in, look at it, go ahead, do it. Do it. Rum and Coke. Back testing. I guess it's always possible to get to 171 and fill the gap. Again, don't have any positions on it. Microsoft, Mr. Softy. It popped up, trapped. Look at that. Giving it up. Give it up. Not looking so good. NDAQ, again, I think the Nasdaq exchange is dirt. In time, we'll get slaughtered. Keep an eye on it. MicroStrategy. Talked about taking profits up in the profit zone. Look at the wick today. Netflix chopping around. Again, if you own MicroStrategy, please, Matt, you've got... Let me just speak to the folks that may have traded this. Great freaking trade. Please manage your trades. Do not let your profits get taken. Trade around it, right? If you had calls, maybe you sell the ones you got that were freaking up huge and you buy some other ones and you mitigate your risk. Maybe you bought calls for $5, $10. They were 50, 60 bucks. Well, then you sell them and you buy some other $5, $6 calls, whatever, $10. Mitigate your risk. I'm telling you, take profits, please. Netflix holding up. Again, I'm mind boggled anyone's buying that company up here. Roblox, we talked about a bull trap coming back down. But again, if it holds around the 42, 43, it could be bullish if it sustains. PanW, again, I like anything Pelosi like, especially if it's like cybersecurity, because I think in time it'll be fine. TSLA, nope, sorry. Gaps down today. Holds up pretty well. I mean, again, be careful. We talked about when you hit your ranges. This is like MicroStrategy or anything. When you hit your spots and they get there in a pretty dang straight line. Again, it's not a straightish line, but you get there quickly. Take your profits. Plantar, I don't know what the hell this thing rallied back for, but it looks like it's playing the chop game. I'd be watching 37.91. Insight, again, I think they get bought out at some point. Please don't take off without me. Again, when I want to go long, I'll want to buy this. It's not now. McDonald's, it seems to be holding up pretty well. Is this a breakout or a fake out? Like, you've got to make that determination for yourself. Again, I've seen this. It's hard to fight the tide. If the tide goes out, McDonald's won't hold up. DKNG, again, we talked about this being a freaking monster bull trap. Look at that thing. Bull trap's out with the gap, the novice gap. Opens higher. Oh, we're going to the... Pulling the plug on them. Airbnb, the trash floats last. Another trash floats last kind of name. Gets into the blue zone. Again, if you see a 130 handle on this, ring the bell. Hit me up. Costco, gaps down on earnings. However, I'm seeing people going nuts trying to like prep for the end of the world. meaning the port's being shut down. So again, this one might catch a little bid. Starbucks, yeah, right? Chopping around. FedEx, I mean, I don't know how the shutdown of the port wouldn't be bearish for FedEx. Again, their earnings weren't that great, but I mean, if there's less stuff coming through the ports, there's probably less stuff to ship. That's just kind of my thought on that one. Caterpillar, let's keep it simple, stupid, right? Holding up, look at these 5 days of just chop. DE, chopping up at the range highs. Again, another one. Watch these names. Nucor, again, I like commodities long term, but I want to see them get goshed. Even on X, I mean, this one's tough. I'd like it in the 20s. I think they do get bought out. I just can't do it. VALE, a big supplier to China. Keep an eye on it. Arrow. Range highs. I mean, again, we like commodities. I'm just sitting here, I'm like, what can I say that's clever or funny? Nothing. Just, I like them on dips. CCJ, if we don't get dips, there'll be a big, massive bull run. We can play it anyway. Holding up. Uranium, materials, ag. CF, I was looking at this today. I'm like, this is interesting. Like, look at that candle. So this to me feels bullish. Like, this is like and I know people say, well, unless the market dumps, yeah, if the market dumps, fine. But if it doesn't, that feels like a trap. Like someone was like, oh, we got to play the range high, and then they'll pull it higher and get people to chase. Mosaic, holding range lows. Again, long-term bullish. Again, if I could go into, if I could, what was it? Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Rufus, if I get in the telephone booth and get to a year later, I could see the prices. I'm pretty sure I know where they'd be much higher. Rufus, what's up, bro? Hey, Keanu Reeves here. AA, keeping an eye on it. You want me to do the rest of the video in a Keanu Reeves voice? Leave a comment below. I appreciate all the love, support, Nations. You guys are great. They knew too much. XLF. It's an absolute joke. I can't believe dudes are buying this, bruh. The 20-day moving average, once it breaks, but it's gone, man. It's gone. Again, banks hold all the issues, all this geopolitical crap. I'm telling you, be careful out there. I know banks probably have earnings coming up very shortly, probably even next week. Maybe they're holding up. 100-day, Morgan Stanley. Again, if you've got puts, hopefully you got long term. If you've got stock, you've got your entries. Bank of America. I mean, Buffett can't sell fast enough. Literally can't sell fast enough. GS, whatever, just chopping around. Again, watch the ranges. I wish it would do what you think it's going to do. Like, looks more like KRE. Like, makes sense, but be safe. Be smart. XBI, this one's been hits the 100 plus, and it's like, again, another risk on name. Housing index, like, this has got to be scary. I mean, again, you got to make moves when you got to make moves. People always do. Now, the new home builders, again, they're paying down rates. They are bending over. I don't know how their margins can be good next quarter. Again, I like buying. Again, if you like physical assets like gold, silver, materials, then yes, you do like buying houses on low interest rates. Dan, we talked about solar being all over the place. It's a 200-day doink. Sedge, this thing is heading to 15. I don't know what else I can say on it other than 15. ENPH, as we talked about, this is a big trading range, 120s to 190s for solar. Starting to crack. We talked about bull trapping. I put the 17 arrows up there and said that felt like a trap. There you go. HYG. Again, we like the idea that corporate debt is absolutely the scariest thing to buy here, in my opinion. But we'll see what happens. Oil, geopolitical risk. I mean, we'll see. UNG. Again, it's just going to be hard. You have to trade it. Like, can you admit to yourself that you don't know for sure? Because what if Israel says, all right, we're meeting for peace tomorrow, and oil gets fucking slammed? You just don't know it. UNG, KOD. Again, I like the KOD up in the 80s. We talked about taking profits down here. Just be careful. XOP. If you're long it, cool. When it's working, cool. We talked about it holding. Now you're hitting the 50-day. The 50-day has been a real bitch. Keep an eye on it. That's all I can say. Valero, gasoline names don't look really that strong. They're just chopping around. Right? Gasoline demand is important, isn't it? CVE, chopping around. Again, like it at the 16 area. Seems to be holding. ExxonMobil, trying to break out. Your guess is good as mine. I know some people playing Oxy. The Discord room. I like it down here. I don't know how much of a trader I'd be, more of just like a covered call seller. Like, I like this price long term, but I'd be a covered call seller. Maybe trade around. I guess if you have to trade it, you got to trade it. It's just is what it is. EQT, because again, they could throw the baby out the bathwater. All big consolidation, chop zones, flex LNG, same kind of thing. Big, choppy, sloppy Joe range. Do you have any questions, concerns, thoughts, ideas? Leave a comment, please. I love interacting with folks. Again, I don't mind at all. Let me know what you need, what I can do. Again, if you're looking to do anything in real estate, I'm telling you, this is where the smartest people in the world will take advantage of chaos. They will take advantage of opportunity, and they will take advantage of volatility. If that is you and you want to be involved in that, please let me know. I can help. See you guys and gals in the disco room. Peace. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, your PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.